Morning. Good morning. How you doing? Good morning. Hi. Yep, it's me saying good morning once again. Rudi Rants. I should be ranting. I really should be ranting. Should be ranting hard this morning. I'm telling you that much. Oh, man. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. You'd have thought that after George Floyd, you know what I mean, things would have changed, but they ain't moved an iota. They have not moved an iota. And the thing is that when that post, because the post came into me, informing me about what happened to Jaycob Blake, because no doubt you know what's happened to Jaycob Blake. Morning, Jules. Chocolate, how you doing? Bright and early this morning, are you? I know why. Must be because of the sunshine that's going on outside right about now, isn't it? Because it is quite sunny. You'd have thought that it was about 11 o'clock as opposed to, what, 8 in the morning? Quarter past 8 in the morning. So, yeah, you're up. Either that or your daughter got you up. I'm not sure which one it is. Not sure which one it is. Yes, darling, morning. Yeah. Rants and Bants crew. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm actually, that is starting to warm on me, actually. Rants and Bants. The Rants and Bants crew, that's actually starting to warm on me. I'm actually thinking about kind of like saying, okay, I got the Rants and Bants crew, because I'm thinking about going back to my profile, actually. I think I actually want to take advantage of the fact that people do tune in when you go live quicker than when you don't go live. Even though I've asked a lot of them to come over. Not working today. You have my undivided attention. Oh, ain't I the lucky one? Ain't I the lucky one? I've got your undivided attention, which is rare for a lady to give up her undivided attention. Brenda, how you do? Brenda, where you been? Where have you been? It's like I haven't seen you in days, girl. In days, it's like you've disappeared. You've disappeared for days. I don't know where you've been. Hey, what you been working? Are you off today? Is that what it is, Brenda? You off today, innit? That's why you and Jules, both of you are off today. And there's a couple more people in the room who haven't said good morning. Trevor, Marlin Trev, how you doing, bro? Rants and Bants crew. Rudi blesses. That's what I'm saying. I'm just getting used to the idea of the Rants and Bants crew. Because I'm trying to work out a way. I want to go back to I want to start using my profile as well. Yeah. But I know that the Rants and Bants crew want to stay together. Morning, Tony. Yes, bruv. You sent me some wicked stuff. Wicked. I'm telling you, T has sent some stuff. Oh, I told you. I knew it. That's why, because you're off today. That's why you disappeared. That is why you disappeared. Yeah, so like how the Rants and Bants crew want to stay tight so you lot can banter and take the piss, because that's what you fucking do, right? What I'm going to suggest is that when I stream, if you guys are going to want to be in the same room, I suggest that you follow the profile page, right? So I will be screening next week. I'm going to start screening to my profile as well, because I've got the thing is I can stream to 3 accounts. I can stream to my page, which is what we're all on now. Yeah, morning Avril. I can stream to my page. I can stream to my profile, and I can stream to YouTube. Yeah, because I'm streaming on YouTube as well. But if the Rants and Bants crew want to stay together, I would suggest that you guys just stick to the profile. I hope that makes sense. Because then if you guys stick to the profile, that means that when you put in your comments, all your comments will be in the same place. Because anybody who puts a comment in on the Rants and Bants page, their comments will be in one place. All the people who put their comments in the profile, their comments will all be in the profile. Anyone who puts their comments in YouTube, that's exactly where their comments will go. So if the Rants and Bants crew want to hang out together, I suggest you guys just follow the profile. So that means even when I'm doing the show, the talk show, yeah, the chat show, go to the profile. If I'm doing the anything goes, go to the profile. That's if you lot all want to stay in the same page. Then that way, morning Kaz. Then that way, no one. Okay, that means that you lot won't be going, what room are you in? Nah, I don't know what room I'm in. Where's Rudy screening to? I don't know where Rudy's screening to. The guy's an idiot now. The guy's an idiot now. He tells us to go to this page, then we've gone to that page, and now we're all in different rooms, right? So to keep all in the same room, right? I am suggesting that you guys just follow the profile. Send it to them messenger, what I send you. Right, okay. So what you're saying to me is to keep all this kind of stuff underneath the hat. You mean keep this underneath the hat? Is that what you're saying to me? Don't give them none of this. Yeah? Is that what you're saying, Tony? Talk to me now. Morning, lovies. Too many rooms. No, Avril, you don't get it, man. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. But the thing is, on my profile, right, there's over 5,000 people. Yeah? And when you stream live, that's when people respond. Yeah? Now, the whole idea of me just streaming to the page, right, gives me a clear indication of how many people enjoy Rants and Bants. Because otherwise, I've got to add all the numbers together. I know it sounds a bit, but the thing is, it's called monitorizing. That's what they call it, monitorizing. Yeah. I have no idea which is which. I click on the notifications. Okay. Because I thought this was going to cause confusion, man. If I did this, I thought it would cause confusion, and I was saying to myself, you know what? Damn. Okay. Then what I would do? Okay. Yes, they will block it. Okay. Popular man. See ya. See you. You see. Yeah, but the thing is that ideally, if you're gonna want to monetize what you do, you're meant to use a page. Yeah. But when you use a page, yeah, it's like starting from zero. And the thing is, when I try to invite people over to the page, right? Facebook says, all right, invite your people. And then they give you a box and they go, you can invite everybody. And then when you go to invite everybody, they block you and they tell you can't invite anybody for another 3 or 4 days. And then that's just pissing me off. As long as we get to you, in the end, it's worth it. Yes, but you don't get the moaning. I get the moaning on the other end when I hear I'm not in the same room as Kaz, or I'm not in the same room as Avril. I'm not in the same room as Chocolate. Oh, I'm not in the same room as Tony. I'm not in the same room as Trevor. And then what happens is that I see all the messages when they come through. You lot don't see all the messages when they come through from different rooms. I do. Yeah. And that's why sometimes I just ignore you. I just goes, listen, I told you to go to this page, right? And because what they said is you got to constantly keep pushing for new people to come onto your page or onto your profile. And the only way that I can do that is if I encourage more people from the profile to come over. Yeah. Or unless people share it more, to be honest with you. And it's not that you guys ain't been sharing it, because I know that you have. And I well and truly appreciate that. You don't know. Or what you do is on the days, you just post on your page the link. That's what I was doing. That's what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks. I've been doing that for the past 2 weeks. I've been putting it up there. All right, then I'm going to give it another week, right? Right? I do updates on Sunday, and plus I will twice a week put it out exactly what shows are on what page, right? I will give it another week. And if it don't work, right, next week I'm streaming to my, the following week, I'm streaming to my profile, I'm streaming to my page, and I'm streaming to YouTube. That's what, all right? I am streaming, right? Pin a link to your page on here. You've got the link to my page on here. That's how you got here. Because the thing is that if you go to the top of your browser, yeah, and you right click to what's in there, that is my profile page. This to this. Wee! I started wee. Good morning, Denise. Look at that. Denise just take the matter out of her eye. Just take it out. She just scrape it out. She just managed to scrape out the matter out of the eye, innit, Denise? Hey. So it's a good idea, Avril. Right? I mean, was it eyebrows? But people are just different. Oh, morning, Davina. Sorry, darling. I didn't really. I thought you was somebody else. No, got a notification. So you received the notification then, Davina, yeah? So don't click on modification, go to page. Matter still in there, Rudy. I can well imagine that you still got the matter in your eye. I can well imagine. My bathroom is flooded, man. I have got such a dilemma. You lot don't know. You lot don't know. Because the thing is that the bathroom floor is tiled, yeah. And there seems to be water all underneath the bathroom, right, which is leaking downstairs. Yeah, and it's been and we've been getting rid of bucket loads of water for the past 3 days. Bucket loads. And I just don't get where the water's. I just don't understand where the water's coming from. Oh man. But it's hitting my floor. It's hitting the floor hard. It's hitting the buckets hard, actually. Mum's doing that. Oh, God. See, that's what happens when you make the decision that you know what I mean? Mum's close. I keep my mum close to me. Yeah, but with that comes a lot of hassle. And it's not bad hassle, though. It's not bad hassle. So, people, did you enjoy Monday? I thought Monday was a really good show. I thought Monday was a really good show. I must confess. And believe it or not, you know what happened to oh my God, DJ Elaine? Yeah, what happened was her phone battery ran out, innit? Her actual phone battery ran out, and that is the reason why she ended up disappearing. And the thing is that I did tell her, I said, listen, make sure that you charge up. Yeah, make sure you charge up your battery, yeah, because if you don't charge it up, when you come on, it just drains. It will drain out your battery quick time. Yeah. I heard you the first time. You don't have to remind me. Yeah. She comes on the show, right? And just as the show is heating up, as some of you lot will testify, yeah. Just as the show was getting really good and it started to heat up and that, her battery went in it. And that's why we had to close out the show without her being there. But I thought it was a really good show. I really enjoyed it. I'm not going to lie. Especially when she gave us all the background in terms of where she was coming from. And where she was coming from. I thought, interesting. You know, because I mean, she came through the DJ world battling against all the man them, innit? Do you know what I mean? And that ain't easy, you know. But she didn't even think about it. She just did it. What's that? Excellent show. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It was a really good show, man. Julie says Monday was good. Oh, it was only good because you were on. Is that so? It wasn't excellent. It was only good because you wasn't on that show. Even though I must admit I had the best numbers when you were on, Julie. Julie says you give clear instructions. I can vouch for that. Also, the instructions are well. I don't know why people ain't doing what them supposed to do. You know what I mean? I don't know why they ain't doing it, man. No, it's not so much I don't know why they ain't doing it. I don't know why Facebook, even though they encourage you to invite people, won't let me invite all my people. It's like they say, yeah, invite people, and then they turn around and go, oh no, you're inviting too many people. We can't have that. And I'm thinking, that's rubbish, man. That's pure rubbish. Do you know what I mean? But let me introduce you guys to somebody who very positive person in the community, just like a lot of you are. But for those of you who don't know her, allow me to introduce you to Davina. This is Davina. This is what she's about. She's about a healthy lifestyle. Healthy lifestyle. Very conscious young lady. Known her for a number of years now. Always promoting something. Always getting involved in something. And sometimes I don't even see her for a good year or so. Or even months on end. But and when we do talk, it's quite brief sometimes. But it's always interesting. This is always an interesting conversation that I have with her. But this is Davina. So please do say hi and do make her feel welcome. Do you know what I mean? So let's see now. Because I don't want to lose out on some of these. Because I know when you look, go, you know what? I put something down. He didn't even put it up, you know. You man, them battling all the time. Yeah, because we're very competitive. And when a woman shows up, do you know what I mean? Everyone rushes around to help her until she start take them work. Then that's when they start falling apart. They're like, boy, my God, you mean to tell me say I can't play because she play? But she was instrumental, man. And not only was she instrumental, but she was fearless. Because she was just putting on shows in the West End, putting on shows in Oasis. She was actually putting on shows. Do you know what I mean? And at the same time, the comedy world, we were putting on shows. And then you saw how it all collided and came together in the Hackney Empire, which bought the 291, which then bought the Real McCoy. It was, yeah, you lot got a lot of history on Monday, whether you was aware of it or not. Even the fact that I got booed off the stage, which you lot loved. You lot were paying. You lot pay me. Yeah, we got to go and find it. You lot won't find that footage nowhere. You won't find it nowhere. Morning, Sharon. How you doing, babes? You good? The geezer's in the house. Oi, get back in your cab, mate. That's Paul. Get back in your cab. We've started writing together. We've started writing some scripts for 2 characters. One guy, he travels around the place. And he's always going to the. He's always going. He's a traveler, but he always ends up in the wrong place. And we started to write some scripts for that. We started to write some scripts for a guy who's always in a war zone situation. So I'm kind of looking forward to when we really get going on that. Oh yeah, I said good morning. Yeah, I said good morning to Sharon. See, look at that. Sharon's getting love in the room already. Morning, Cass. Morning, Sharon. Morning, Cass. Morning, Sharon. Morning, Cass. Morning, Sharon. Yes, and let's not forget. How can we forget? Trevor. Excellent. It was good having him. It was good sitting down talking to Trev. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because you know how Trevor stay. I'll have a drink, mate. I'll have a drink. I'll have a half. Give me a half. I'll have a half. Yeah, I'll have a half. About he goes to me. Trevor goes, you would never find a picture of me lean. You'll never find a picture of me lean. There's a worse picture of Trevor lean. I'm telling you, there's a worse picture of Trevor lean. Yeah. I'm gonna fling it up at the right time though. I'm not gonna waste that picture because I know where the picture is. I mean, now we is it, Trevor. I mean, now we is it. It's all about the timing when it comes to comedy. You know, it's all about the timing. Even though I know that your comedy is sick, blood. I gotta give you your dues. You like some sick shit. Yeah. When it comes to people falling down and hurting themselves, yeah, Trevor likes that kind of stuff. If you fall down and hurt yourself, yeah, Trevor is all up for that. Jesus Christ. Damn. Why? Why? That got me, you know. That got me. I was like, but these people are hurting themselves. And this is what Trevor finds funny. I was thinking like, Lord have mercy, the brother's something else. The brother is something else. Do you know what I mean? But that's Trev, man. As we all know, that's our Trev. I saw him steer. Good. You asked if the show was good. I responded with your statement. Oh, just okay. That was my statement. Nah. Nobody can't put words in your mouth, you know, Jules. Nobody can put words in your mouth. I saw this morning. What did you see this morning? Are you talking about when Jaycob got shot? I thought that was out of order, man. He got shot in the back 7 times, you know. 7 times, blood. I'm like, when it comes to them thing there, you know, I think it's got to reach it's got to reach a point where we start behaving like the Ukrainians. Do you know what I mean? Because when them politicians mess up, they don't mess about.
And one Ukrainian MP found himself in a rather uncomfortable position after the parliament session in the trash. Well, this member of parliament is a holdover from the old government. You can see they don't seem to want to let him out of the bin. A lot of people were already mad over legislation he wrote limiting protests, and apparently they were angry this time over the amnesty for rebels.
That's what happened when you limited protests. Do you know what I mean? Whereas we let our politicians get away with it. Do you know what I mean? We're letting people get away with murder, in actual fact. Of course you did. Morning, Davina. There you go. Kaz is saying good morning. Bless up. And good luck. She's beyond lucky now. She's doing her shit. That's what I like. She gone. Look at that. Hilarious, that bit about booing. You see what I'm saying? That was the only thing that you lot found interesting. The fact that I got booed off the 291. No love for me at all, you know. For years, I was doing the circuit. And everyone would just look at me and start booing. Davina, blessings, Carol. Do join us on Tuesday. Oh, do you want me to remind them? Do you want me to remind them, girl? Do you want me to remind them? Wait, let me get that out of the way. Yeah, let me get this out of the way. The 1st of September, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. There's a Zoom link down the bottom here. All right. Award-winning juice lady. She's the award-winning juice lady. And with a virtual retreat and ascend the uprising. So you know that she's a conscious young lady. Welcomes honorary patron and international renowned food scientist, Dr. Aris Latham. So join them for an interactive liquid lunch link up liquid food feast to discuss their first joint partnership, the Entrepreneurs Activation Program. That's why I said she gone clear. That's why I'm going to tell you she gone clear. You know what I mean? But we can't go clear without going clear without bringing other people along. Do you know what I mean? And I know that a lot of you are into the healthy food eating, because we was talking to Ken on Saturday about that, about the fact that yes, you can train, but training is not enough. The diet, the nutrition should be the bigger part of your healthy lifestyle. You know what I mean? So I get that. Makes sense. But yes, back to the booing. Me never like enough for that, you know. What's this? Me never like. What do you mean? I might have it on video. Oh, you might, eh? I reckon if you got it on video, yeah, you're talking about VHS. Yeah, you're talking about. I know it's cured up. I know. You're talking about VHS. You ain't talking about no CD, because you ain't gonna get. Nobody's gonna have it on no CD. What's this? Be careful, I got a camera. Oh dear. But nah, if you got it on VHS, you're lucky. Right? And if you do have it on VHS, I reckon that VHS is spoiled by now. Do you know what I mean? Because you got to go back. How many years is that? That's way back, man. Way back. We all need to organize a GoFundMe page to raise funds for the 291 Club to release footage of Rudi being booed off stage. You know what, Paul? The day that you come on to the yes no game, listen, blood. I ain't even gonna let you open your mouth. I'm just gonna go. He done. He said yes. He said no, and I'm just kicking you out of the room. Simple as that. I got links in Turkey. I bet you got links in Turkey. Yeah. I don't care about your links. Yeah. I really don't care about your links. I think you should grow up, don't you? I think you should just grow up. That's what I think you should do. Grow up. God, man. The hassle, the problems that I'm getting, especially when I consider that we got some serious topics to talk about. Do you know what I mean? Because it was Paul McKenzie who said, follow the money. Follow the money. If we follow the money, we might understand COVID a little bit better. Do you know what I mean? So here's somebody who's invested in COVID. Here's somebody who is invested right, in broadcasting corporations. Yeah. Here's somebody who is invested in the vaccine. Do you know what I mean? And you don't want to talk about me getting booed off stage. You disgust me, all of you. You just disgust me. I swear to God. Sometimes I don't even know where to put my head. You know what I mean? The way you lot treat me is abysmal. It's abysmal. I'm telling you, man, it's abysmal the way you lot treat me, man. You know, here I am trying to give you lot some good stuff, and all Tony can do is talk about he got links in Turkey. I mean, what? What is going on, people? Tell me, what is going on in the world today? Eh? When the man's trying to do his best for Uno, you know what I mean? Get you got some good... Wait, hold on. VHS or Betamax? I reckon it's got to be Betamax. You know that Betamax was actually a better, was a better product. I know it has to be VHS. Davina, listen, you were still in the cot, yeah? Davina, you was in the cot. You didn't even know about Betamax, much less know about VHS. You was in the cot. By the time you came along, right? What we were using back then? We were using oh man, just like these little cartridge things. Can't remember what it was. But you know what I find interesting about the vaccine, yeah, is that black people give too much. Black people give too much.
Fortune of the person who, in effect, invented vaccination, introduced vaccination to America in 1721. That has to be the biggest fortune in the history of medicine, right? The pharmaceutical industry has produced many gigantic fortunes in this country, notably the fortune created by Robert Wood Johnson and his brothers in 1885 when they started the Johnson & Johnson Company, which has produced many products that have saved lives.
Oh, what did he say? The what? The Johnson and who? The Johnson and what did he say? He said something about the Johnsons. Something he said about the Johnsons. Oh my God. What was he saying about the Johnsons? I think you might see that the Johnsons, right? They're up there in the left-hand corner, right? They are basically one of the biggest pharmaceutical companies in the world. Okay. But yeah, what do I know? Yeah, I mean, all this research is found by Tony, by the way. Tony's he's in the room. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to that clip because I think it's interesting, especially when we say we don't know ourselves and we don't know our own history. There's a reason why we don't.
Fortune of the person who, in effect, invented vaccination, introduced vaccination to America in 1721. That has to be the biggest fortune in the history of medicine, right? The pharmaceutical industry has produced many gigantic fortunes in this country, notably the fortune created by Robert Wood Johnson and his brothers in 1885 when they started the Johnson & Johnson Company, which has produced many products that have saved lives and led to the creation of the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, which has done many good deeds. And that fortune has provided for generation upon generation of some members of the class that used to be known as the idle rich. The person who introduced immunizations in America was born into a caste that was not allowed to profit from his wisdom, from his genius, or even from his labor. He was a slave owned by a minister in Boston. A slave who saved lives in Boston during the smallpox epidemic of 1721 when he described a procedure that he had undergone in Africa before his life was stolen from him on a slave ship. Pulitzer Prize winner Isabel Wilkerson tells this story in her new book, Caste: The Origins of Our Discontents. Quote, people in West Africa had discovered that they could fend off contagions by inoculating themselves with a specimen of fluid from an infected person. That is the knowledge that slave brought to Boston in 1721, where he saved dozens of lives because of one doctor who decided to try that method that the slave described. 30 years later, vaccinations based on that method, introduced by a slave, became the standard practice in Massachusetts and eventually the rest of the country. There is no charitable foundation named for that slave. His descendants were not born into lives where work was optional. The life-saving gift he gave us did not even earn him his freedom.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to imagine. Do you know what I mean? That culturally we can give so much to the world, and then they want to turn it against us and use it. That's why I'm saying that it's time that we started to listen to our people, man. That's why when they try to slate my girl, I've forgotten her name, the lady who said that she cured 300 people of the COVID, right? And they don't want us to listen to her because one, she's black, two, she's a female, and three, because she's a Christian, which makes me laugh. Really, it makes me laugh, right? But she's not only she's a qualified MD, right, who went through their system and qualified herself and got qualified and is able to question them, yeah, and able to use their own science against them, and they don't like it, so they've decided to destroy her character, yeah. And it's not surprising that they can destroy her character when you think about it, because in the bottom right hand side, bottom there, we see media action, yeah, and we see the BBC, yeah. So we don't know that my man, I don't even have to call his name, is well connected to the whole thing, yeah. He's in a position where he can lobby. I think that's what they call it. I think they call it lobbying when they lobby people, yeah. But he can actually pay out money to these people. I mean, look at the Bill Gates, look at their foundation. Look at where their fucking dirty little nasty slimy little fingers is all over the place. It's all over the colleges. It's also all over the vaccine impact. Do you get me? It's in the World Health Organization. Do you follow what I'm saying? It's there's the Johnson & Johnson just underneath Julie's name there, right? So it's not a case of just saying conspiracy theorists, nutters, blah, 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 blah. It's not. It's not. This stuff can be traced. And hold on, I know Tony wants to say something, and I'm not going to let it pass. No, it weren't. It was Tracy. Tracy was saying something. Johnson & Johnson, who caused predominantly black women to suffer from ovary cancer due to asbestos in their talcum powder. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Because the thing is when it comes to patents and stuff, it's not an area that you will find many black people, because a lot of the, like, the phone and all these things, the computer, you know, the technology. Hey boy, right? A lot of our people were working for people, and because they were working for people, it's like they didn't have the right to patent these things. Yeah, even though it was their actual inventions that they were coming up with. You know, I guess that's why that's why when it comes to marketing our own ideas and stuff like that, you know, we're like 400 years behind. We're still in jail while people are going around the Monopoly board. Do you know what I mean? Why are we not surprised? Because we're woke. Because we're woke. That's why we're not surprised. 1721, and they call us simple. Really? This is what I'm trying to say. That's why I always keep saying that we must never forget the fact that the Europeans came to Africa and the Africans taught them when they came to Egypt. They keep talking about Egypt, but Egypt was our baby. Egypt was the baby. You've got to encompass the whole of Africa and squeeze the whole of Africa up into Egypt, and then Egypt becomes our child. Yeah. All of that knowledge that they found in Egypt was the whole was Africa actually coming together and saying, look, this is where we're at now. Imagine if they left those Egyptians alone. Imagine if we weren't invaded by the brown people as well, because them lot are all invaders, as you lot know already. Do you know what I mean? Can you imagine how much further the technology would be? In fact, civilization to me has gone backwards as opposed to going forwards. Yeah, it might seem like we've got all the science advancement, technological advancements, etc., etc. But in terms of civilization, we've actually gone backwards. Yeah, sad, despicable, fraud, thieving, all tegreg them. Tegreg, me like that word. I ain't heard that word in a long time enough. That shows that you're old school, girl. You are proper old school. Even food, what he's trying to kill people. Oh, Bill Gates. Yeah, well, he can. That's what I'm saying. That is why it's important. Yeah, I think it's important that we embrace ourselves. Do you know what I mean? Because we do have the knowledge. We do have knowledge. It's just a question of how are we going to embrace it? Because I'll never forget the days when 6 weeks holiday used to come, and every 6 weeks holiday, without a shadow of a doubt, Mum would give us a washout. Yeah, and that washout consisted of bush that me no know about. All I know was that you'd wake up in the morning and you could smell this thing in the house, and it was not the most pleasant smell at all. Yeah, because she never gave us centipede. She gave us a mixture of, I don't know what kind of bush. I don't know where she get the bush from, but I know that when our aunts and uncles used to come over from Guyana, they would always give her some bark or some piece of stick or some leaves and all kind of things there. You know what I mean? And she would boil it, and then after she done boil it, we would all have to line up. Do you know what I mean? In the kitchen. Yeah, all of us little, you know, and we know this thing don't taste nice. We know this thing don't taste. And there was also the castor oil and something Scotch. It was like paint. It was some of you lot might remember it. Some of you lot might have even taken it. It was a white stuff that we used to have to take. Was it Scotch something? Can't remember the name off the top of my head. And then what that would do was she would give us that, and then you ain't going out to play for that day. You can't go out to play for that day. If you went out to play for that day, yeah, you're leaving a brown trail behind you on the pavement. That's because your bottom was running. Your system was just cleaning itself out. So it's just that since the Bible was handed to us, we've given so much trust and so much belief that other cultures know better than us. Yeah. Whereas we're forgetting that it's the knowledge that we gave them is what they're giving back to us. But the difference is that now they've realized that they can't really benefit from anything that the earth will give up naturally. If the earth gives it up naturally, then it's difficult to benefit. Do you know what I mean? All you can add on to that is transportational costs, because it's free. Because that's the thing about marijuana. Marijuana grows naturally, yeah. And they were wondering how they were going to be able to tax it. Never mind the fact that people were getting red. They weren't really business about people getting red. Oh no. That weren't the issue. The issue was, how do we make money from this? Yeah. So now in Canada and America, where they made it legal, they've turned it into sweets and cakes and stuff like that. So now they can tax it. Where are we, Tony? Here we go. All companies in the world are owned by the same cohort of elite money maker cons. Yes. And that's why I always say that the money itself will always go back to the rich. It will always go back to the rich. because once they're involved like this, and that's why they're closing down all the businesses on the high street. Because once they close down all the businesses on the high street, that means that we have to go online. And then if we've got to go online, yeah, that means the multinationals now will have total control. They have total control, total, because they've already got the land, but the land is dying. The land is actually dying because when we used to cultivate naturally, when we were cultivating naturally, yeah, it's like you would grow stuff here and then you allow the land to breathe and all that kind of stuff. But no, them not wanting to bring insecticides. They start throwing in insecticides. Then they wanted to standardize say a tomato. They want it to be a certain shape, they want it to be a certain weight. So they start messing about with the with the compounds within it, yeah, to ensure. Then they found out that they can synthetically make things, and then once they started finding out that they can synthetically make things, that meant that the patent now comes into play, because this is something that now that they've created. This is not something that has come from the earth. This is something that they've created. So now they can take ownership of it, and that's what Mr. Bill Gates discovered, that he could make more money through patent than he could through software. And the thing is, what's even worse is it was like this is how greedy this man is. It wasn't enough for him to know that everybody had a PC. Yeah? Then everybody had a phone. But now he was like, oh yeah, but what if they put down the phone? I can't make no money out of them. If they put down the phone, I can't. But you know what? If I vaccinate them and I chip them, that's money that's money forever coming back to him, forever coming back into his legacy. Sorry, I work for. Oh, you do, and you wouldn't believe what goes on in these places. Oh, I would. Trust me, I would, bruv. That's a big one. That's a big company. That, yeah. So that's what you're working for. I see. We inherit everything. No, man. As a black person, you inherit bills. If that's what you call everything, we inherit bills. Do you know what I mean? We don't. As a whole, we don't. I mean, I used to do jokes about our antiques being the hot comb and the it was either a hot comb or a gram or paraffin lamp or the shackles. Yeah, I mean, that's what our antiques were, whereas their antiques are worth donkeys, loads of money. But the thing is, I think antiques are what you're willing to pay for, to be honest with you. Okay, on point. Davina, hold on, babes. Tony, you're dyslexic. Bruv, you're not the only one who's dyslexic. No biggie. From the time you're dyslexic, man, that means that you've got other skills that a lot of people don't have. It's like when you go blind, that means your hearing improves, your sense of touch improves, your taste improves. That's all that means. And then once again, when you talk about dyslexia, right, you're talking about numbers, or you could be talking about numbers and stuff that collide and come together. Do you know what I mean? Or you could be even talking about the writing the English language, right? And because one can't spell does not mean that one is unintelligent. Do you know what I mean? Far from it. In fact, I like how that's why I actually do love Countryman, because Countryman will write as he talks. He will spell as he talks as well. And I don't have a problem. I don't have an issue with that. The only time you get an issue with that, or you get a complex with that, is when you put it in front of somebody who uses nothing but the English language as it is. Do you know what I mean? Because then they will look down at you because you've spelt something a different way. Because then they're like, well, that's not the way to spell it. But the thing is, it doesn't mean it can't be spelt that way. Yeah. Now you're measuring your intelligence against mine, and you think you're more intelligent because you spell it the way that it's written in the dictionary. You know what I mean? But we've all got our problems, man. There's no biggie, Tony, man. Stop it, man. It's all good. We understand. In fact, some ain't in here and they still can't. That's true. That is true. once we realize that we are ancestors, reborn, personified, once we realize they live through us, until we tap into the innate power within, we'll always be powerless. Unfortunately, it needs to be a unified uprising of the mind. I think that's a process that everybody goes through as individuals, because it's not the sort of knowledge that was passed down by our parents, because we were frightened off of understanding that. I think that's what happened, you know what I mean, through the transatlantic slave trade, etc. That kind of knowledge got lost along the way, and then they started debunking it when they started, because the moment you hear voodoo, you think negatively of it, you don't think positively of it. The moment you see a chicken, for example, being sacrificed, we think of it in a negative way and not the way that it should be thought of if we were all back home living in Africa, or I wouldn't even say living in the West Indies, because that's not where we're from. Do you know what I mean? Those people got wiped out, as you already know, the Amerindian Indians, etc. They've not got wiped out. The West Indies is not where we are from. The West Indies is just they're all small little factories. That's what the West Indies is. They're beautiful factories, don't misunderstand me. Beautiful place to be, but it's the people who are beautiful. The island itself is beautiful, but what it was used for was factories. Factories for sugar, factories, and from sugar you get rum, etc., etc., etc. The cotton, the labor, that's the human trafficking, etc., etc. So, you know, but that kind of that kind of spirituality is what we lost. That is what we actually lost, which is quite sad. But I think people come into it in their own way, and I think it's another reason why I believe that when it comes to Christianity, why we were so open to it, because we're spiritual people, yeah. But it was the teachings of the fact that Jesus Christ, who they were putting before us, was seen as the ultimate high, and that transcends into one's psyche, that all those kind of people are in a better position than us, and so you start looking up to them. But then the thing is that the way in which the Bible was written, it's written to keep you down, man. It's not written to uplift you. It's written to keep you poor. It's not written in. And the thing is, the worst thing about it is the pastors, for me anyway, you know, because they stepped aside when it came to getting us to unite, as you might say, Davina, and participate politically in what was going on. Because at the end of the day, the pastors were being paid anyway to do a job, which is what they did. They were being paid. You know what I mean? And so they stayed out of everything. But the thing is that since, I think even before the George Floyd situation, pastors were starting to step out. But the thing is that they weren't really talking to people about the Bible. They weren't telling them how it was written. They weren't telling them the involvement that Constantine had and why the Romans decided to adopt Christianity in the first place. You know, he weren't telling them that the stories that were, quite a few of the stories that were in the Bible were actually stories that you could have found on the walls or the tombs in Egypt, you know, or the fact that there were 7 black men who were involved in the writing of the Bible. I don't know a hell of a lot about that, but I know I've heard it, and it's been spoken of before, when Constantine brought them all together to write it, and they decided. I mean, when you go through the Book of the Dead, you can find that kind of information out. Scott's Emotion, that's the one. Yeah, Tracy remembers it. Yes, so that means that your mum must have given it to you too. It was horrible, isn't it? I used to think it was paint. I'm like, why are you giving me this paint, man? Damn. And then after that, you got a hole in bottom, innit? Because there was 4 of us, lot, man. So everyone's banging on the banging on the bathroom door. Let me in. My belly I run. Oh my God. Yeah. Now they are charging us big money for a washout and calling it colonic irrigation. Minor. This is what I'm saying. We had all of this stuff we already knew. But we lost it. We lost it in translation. We lost it. But but then it's not surprising. I think 400 years of suppression, right? You're bound to lose knowledge. And not only that, but once because at first when they allowed the slaves to come together, they were revolting all the time, and they realized the reason why they were revolting all the time was because they understood one another's language. So then that's when they started to split us up, and that's when all the divide and rule stuff started to come in. You know what I mean? And that's why when we say that we're still traumatized from the whole thing, and people just goes, "Oh, just get over it. Get over it," and you're like, "Well, it's difficult to get over." You know what I mean? It's not something you can get over. And, you know, we've only been in the UK since what? Really and truly, you know, when we were invited around, what's it, in the 50s, the Windrush time. So what, we now, 50 odd years down the line? So we're still playing catch up in a way. We're still playing catch up, you know, and catch up in a big way. When you think about it, because even though the West Indies is all about holidays, destinations and stuff like that, anytime you go to the beaches and stuff like that, the Asians are running the shops, financed by the likes of financed by all these people, because that's where their investment money goes. That's why the money always comes back to them. You know what I mean? On point, Jules. On point. What's she on about? Oh, when she said this, so she's on point. So you're gonna start colluding. Hey, don't bother follow Julie, you know. Brewclux, that was another one. Is that what you give your kids? Ugh, I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for your carpet as well, man. Especially do you throw away their underwear? That's the other thing. Ugh, God. Disgusting. Unfortunately, the younger generation are ignoring what's good for them, ignoring what our parents did for our good, and they're not passing it on to their offspring. Really sad. Yeah. But listen, man, some of them are just repeating what we did. You understand? Because some of us was ignoring our parents. You know, because kids will be kids. It's just that we don't have that long line of, I think you got grandparents, like us, lot of grandparents now, and our children are having children, right? So a lot of the children, especially in the West Indies, were brought up by grandparents. You know what I mean? And that's where all that respect and stuff comes from. Our kids go straight to the nursery, yeah, or there's some nanny or what have you, not family, not family, because that's when that kind of information gets passed around. You know what I mean? And school beats it out of them that their parents really and truly are not in control of what's going on, because their parents are restricted in so many different ways. Especially when a child comes home and tells you that they know their rights and all that kind of bullshit. True words spoken, Carolyn. Just look at school children after 3 p.m. Chicken shop full. Chicken shop full for a reason, blood. Chicken shop full because at the end of the day, £2 for a meal. Yeah. As opposed to mum coming home at what? 7 o'clock. Takes what? Maybe could take about an hour and a half to cook a really good meal. TV advertising telling you that convenience food is where it's all about, and you was learning this when you were sitting in front of the TV at the age of about 3. McDonald's. It was sold to us as a family meal. That's how it was sold to us, as a family meal. And then 10 years later on, when they started to do the research on it and realize that, well, boy, there's nothing in this food at all. But then if our parents would never eat on street. Guess who eats on street? We do. Yeah, and that's what our kids saw, us. The takeaway, they saw us. So it's not surprising that lifestyle has been passed down, because it's about convenience. Yeah, it wasn't about the quality of what we were eating. It was just convenient. It was convenient because by the time wifey comes home or hubby comes home after 8 hours, and it's Monday, Tuesday ain't so bad. You don't mind. You got the energy to do what you need to do. Come Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you start flagging. Thursday, man. Hey, let's just go and get. Hey, look at £2. £2. Now I can sit down for fucking at least 40 minutes or whatever. I can chill. Maybe even an hour. Might even catch some extra sleep. Because when they come back and they've eaten or whatever, now I've got to get on their ass to go and do their homework or what have you. That's if I'm back in time for that to happen. And then again, the single parent mother, that kind of pressure. Got to go work, got to then go and rush and pick up the kids from the nanny or from whoever had to pick them up on their behalf, and then get them home, and then get them washed, and get them fed, and then get them. Why, look, here's a £2. Just go and get some chicken and chips and done. You know what I mean? I'm not for worry about you no more. You, at least I know there's something in your belly. Yeah, but we know that it weren't the most nutritional thing in the belly, which we knew, but we knew there was still something in their stomach. And for £2, that sounds like a good deal. Sounds like a good deal. Them antiques are now worth money. The gramophone, original hot combs, definitely worth keeping. I ain't lying. It was one of my best jokes, actually. You're mostly going to hear me drop it again at some point if this COVID thing passes and I can get back on the stage. I'm working on Friday, by the way. Yeah, man. Got a little work, man. Got a little work. That mean that that's the second time I've worked since March. Got a little work, man. Yeah, on Friday. Carol says, don't get me started. My 15-year-old knows. Don't let me catch him in there. Food a yard, proper food. Yeah. I hear you, but I'm sure that you give him little money to go and spend. And I'll tell you how he's going to spend that money. And it's not a negative. Because his mateys are doing it as well. So it's not even peer pressure. It's just a social way to be. Like when my daughter comes home from university and stuff like that, it's just eat. Yeah, I goes, well, just get a belly ache. But it's just eat. Now, she's 20 years of age. So can I then turn around and say to you, I don't want you having no takeaway food coming to the house? That's going to make me come over as being dictatorial now. You know what I mean? But I know it's not a good thing. But then the next thing I know, yeah, she hasn't just purchased for herself. She's purchased for me too. Do you know what I mean? And then the food's there in front of my lap. All I can say is thank you. And then eat it. Because it's a lifestyle. It's the lifestyle. I remember when Findus first came out. Remember when the Findus stuff started coming, and it was all the cooked chilled meals. That's when they were first starting to introduce it. Because I remember when Findus and them lot was coming out, I was trying to find a way to package, to cook chill Afro-Caribbean meals. I remember I actually tried doing that, and trying to find the process of how that was done. But our food, yeah, I don't think it doesn't really work. You know what I mean? When people kind of like try to cook our meals, to me it don't work anyway. You know what I mean? But it doesn't stop people. It doesn't stop people from trying it. I know so many people who have tried it. You know what I mean? To get meals that are chilled or frozen, or I know I've got something. Let me see if I can find it. Because I saw them do it with banana the other day. Hold on. Now I'll have to come up with the image another time. I'm not sure. Can't remember exactly where it is, but I know that they took green banana and they put it in a thing where they suck out all the air and stuff like that. Money, what going here? Sugar bee. Morning, Pete's. What's this now? Pay us our overtime from Monday. Listen, mate, shut up. I'm getting off. Yeah, it's 9:15 now. Yeah, me can go about my business now. Antika's in the room. Easy girl, you all right? Nervy. Feeling nervy, are we? Feeling nervy? No, my girls know not to go there. They don't get liquor money. I tell her value of money from taught her value of money from day dot. Takeaways are a treat. Full stop. Yeah, that's how they should always be seen, as a treat. Do you know what I mean? When we used to go to Wimpy and thing, me and Trevor was talking about that. You know what? I just now saw Mark. How you doing, Mark? That's why I called your name. Morning, bruv. Morning, Mark. How you doing, man? Remember when we used to have a Wimpy in Neasden, Mark, and we used to go in there now and again? Well, I don't think you couldn't afford to go in there. You didn't go in there. You didn't go in there. You used to walk anyway. You had to walk on. You was a footer. You was a footer back in the day. You know what I mean? I don't remember taking your dinner money either, but I don't think you had dinner money even, Mark. Oh my days! Finder's pancakes. Wow, yeah, back then. You remember? That's what I'm saying. That's when we saw that was happening right in front of our eyes. Do you know what I mean? That the food was starting to change because the fridge, everybody started getting white goods, and it was the white goods, and the fridge came in. Not the fridge freezer came in. Yeah, and because I remember the first time I tried Finders, it did not work. We did not like the taste. It did not come back into the house again. Tried it once. I remember we tried it once, but it was advertised heavily on TV, heavily, alongside bird's eye fish fingers. Do you know what I mean? That nonce. That imagine that a man on a boat with older little boy. Something wrong there, you know. Something wrong there, sir. Something wrong there, sir, man. Something wrong there, sir. Yeah, the bird's eye fish finger man. That's a good question. Where has she been? Where have you been? Where have you been? Where have you been? Have you guys said good morning to Mark, by the way? You pop in, man. You lot know Mark, man. Tony, what are you showing us? Is this something I got to research, by the way, bro? Is that something I got to research, T? Okay, my days. Paul McKenzie, how you doing, bruv? Listen, mate, don't think that in this room we don't listen to you, okay? I feel so good. I sure half know, because we went and we found the money, all right? We went and we found the money, all right? All right, bruv? We got a wicked room, man. We got a wicked room. I'm telling you, Paul. We've definitely got a wicked room, man. Standard, without a shadow of a doubt. And this brother's worried about being dyslexic. Stop it, Tony, man. We really got to stop that. Yeah. But where were we? We've been talking about so much, loads of stuff. Good. The best. You lost me there. Wimpy. Oh, we're talking Wimpy. Yeah. Wimpy was proper food, though. Wimpy was actually real food, if I'm right. Yes, it was. It was actually real food. You know? Not hard, is it, babes? We are warrior parents. Yeah, sure, we're warrior parents. We're lazy parents. That's what we are. That's what we are. Oh, so you like that then, Paul? Yeah, I thought you would. It's powerful, bro. I know. Frankfurt burgers. Who remembers those in Wimpy? I'll tell you what I remember the most. Knickerbocker, mate. That was my go-to thing. When if ever I because I think I only had 2 girlfriends when I was at John Kelly, and that was the first place I took my girl. Had to be a Wimpy, man. You know what I mean? Because and then after that, I think I went to Blue Orchard. I don't know if anyone remembers Blue Orchard. I'm not talking about the takeaway. I'm talking about the restaurant, Blue Orchard. You know what I mean? That's when I started to get a little bit more, a little bit more sophisticated. Take a lady somewhere to eat. Take a lady. You know what I mean? And that was before. No, that's right. Because I didn't. Was McDonald's out then? I think McDonald's. Yeah, McDonald's must have been out then. Because I remember when the first McDonald's opened, everybody used to rush to Wembley. That was a place to hang out at one point. I don't know what side of town you guys were hanging out, Paul, when McDonald's first came out. But I know people used to hang out at McDonald's for a little while when it first came out. Do you know what I mean? Because we all love sugar. That's the other thing. We all love sugar. You know what I mean? Anything that was sweet, we all loved it, man. And I don't say that in a negative. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It was what it is. What it was. And we all just adapted, and we just fell into a certain lifestyle, a certain way of living. But we're older and we're wiser now. That's what I take from all of this, that we're older and we're a lot wiser. But it's just that we never thought we'd see the day that somebody would even consider trying to dominate the world and tear it down for their own benefit. Especially when you've got things like Knickerbocker Glory out there. I love a Knickerbocker Glory. That was real ice cream. Proper ice cream. I'm talking about scooped ice cream, not that stuff where you pump. Yeah, because that's just air. That's just, oh my God. Oh my God, don't do this to me. Ice cream float. Yeah, you're talking about your waistline now. You keep going. You're gonna get, look at that. Mark's hungry already. Look at him. Oh, you're talking to Alison. Morning, Alison, morning! First McDonald's in South was Catford. And I swear to God, they talk the truth. There was a swarm of kids outside of it, innit? Talk the truth. Talk the truth, man. Loads of kids would have been outside it. You know what I mean? Because it was the place to hang. It just became a place to hang. What do you mean that was egg and chips? I like egg. I had chips last night, actually. I love my chips, man. I love my chips and I love my Heinz baked beans. I do. My house is full of baked beans, mate. I'm not gonna lie. I'll have beans with a fried egg any time as a snack. It's just how it is, mate. It's just how it is, isn't it? Oh boy. I've had a good morning. I'm not gonna lie. I've had a good morning, man. Nigel, you come late, man. You was fucking late. What's your problem, bruv? Should have been here like Paul and Mark, man. What's it? Is Denise in the room? She's been very quiet. Oh, she's been soaking up the information. Hey? I was telling everyone, Paul, that we should do like the Ukrainians with all them politicians, them. You'll like this, Nigel. With all them politicians, them, we should just grab them up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
My family.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, family.
And one Ukrainian MP found himself in a rather uncomfortable position after the parliament session in the trash. Well, this member of parliament...
That's how we should treat them when they fuck up. You know what I mean? That's how we should treat them and dash them in the dustbin to ass. Push them in the dustbin. Morning, Paul. Morning, Nigel. Don't say good morning to Nigel. Nigel should have. I didn't even see you. Where was you on Monday anyway, Nigel? I didn't catch you Monday night, man. We had a really good chat show. We was chatting to Trevor, man. You want to see what his kid can do? It's unbelievable. Hey, okay. That's his kid on the ball, by the way. You know, the little black kid with all that hair on his head. That's Trevor's kid. He's in America right about now. Yeah, Trevor's kid. Yeah. You know the guy who works with all them kids on the Saturdays, right? Coaching them and teaching them about having a decent mindset and doing your own work. And if you don't do your own work, you're not going to play. Do you know what I mean? And looking after them if they're having a little bit of trouble at home. That Trevor, him. But let's have a look at what his kid's done. Yeah. Come out the academy, innit? Yeah. Running to the touchline to get to Daddy. Daddy, I scored a goal. I scored a goal, Daddy, look, I scored a goal. It was a really good show on Monday. I really enjoyed it. I'm not going to lie, man. What do you mean? Yep, because we got lazy. I hear you. That's what I'm saying. We did get lazy. But I think we just fell into a lifestyle because we're Black British. So if TV's telling us this is the way to be, if school is talking to us this way, you get me? If we're all going to come out of school and we're going to see the chicken shop, we're going to see McDonald's, we're going to see, do you know what I mean? If the mothers are no longer in the home to nurture the children, because you need 2 wage packets nowadays to run a decent house, especially if you live in London, especially if you bought a house in London. Or unless Margaret Thatcher did you a favour, right? And you was able to buy your council property, which is no bad thing. You know what I mean? It just means that you know, there's lots of reasons why parents were at home. There's lots of reasons as to why the takeaway food ended up in our system, which obviously caused a lot of issues when it came to concentration and a lot of there's so much. I mean, I can't break it all down because I kind of know, but it's how to verbalize it sometimes. Sugar, you love that saying, in it. Shh, hush. What do you mean? Hear him now? I was here. You should see what my kid can do. Never seen so much shit. Was that from the washout? Oh my God. You are the queen of sleep. The queen of sleep. Hey, don't let it go to your head, you know. I just don't hear this guy about chip off the old block. Chip off the old block, you know. You slag. Oh my God. Chip off the old block. Hear him now? Nah, you've got every right to feel proud of him, bro. You know what I mean? You've got every right. But anyway, people, tonight, anything goes. All right. I'm going to, for this week, as I said, yeah, I will just stick to the anything goes page. All right. And it will screen on YouTube as well. If you guys all want to come this evening and you want to be on the same page, because I know you guys like to rant and bant with one another, then do not click on the YouTube link. All right. Do not click on the YouTube link. Click on the link that is for anything goes. All right. It should have anything goes in the title in itself. If you lot see it when you see the notification come up. But great talking to you. Have a good day. We're in the middle of the week. All right. And you lot sound like you're full of energy. Look at her. Bomber ass. Shug's not easy now. When she ready, she not easy. But yeah, man, thanks for joining me this Wednesday morning. Been really enjoyable. I thought we've had a lot of nice little chat, nice little banter. At the same time, we still, as well as keeping it humorous, we still kept all the information flowing. I hope he was happy with that, Tony, because I know that you like to make sure that we're not behaving too much like juveniles when we get in here. You mean speak for yourself? Yeah, get fierce. No. Yes. Hold on. What's this? Have a blessed, non-windy, rainy day. All right. Chocolate says blessings, everyone. If you guys want to say your goodbyes now, I will put them up if you're quick. Bye all. All right, Avril, you take care. Have a great day, darling. Okay, so if that's going to be the last goodbye, then okay, there's 2 more coming in. You're cold. I'm not cold. Nice bunch of people. You stay here. See you later. See you later, Pete. See you later. Wait, is that another one that's coming? Hold on. Have a good day, everyone. Okay, you've all said your goodbyes now. Wait, what's that? Bye, as informative as ever. Have a blessed day. Thanks for coming into the room, Davina. Hope we do see a little bit more of ya. You take care. Denise, sweetie, always one of the first in the room, but not today. You had the matter in your eye. See you later, says Trevor. All right. Right. Everybody done? Listen, Rants and Bants crew. Yes. Bye, Tony. Have a good day. Right, that's the last one. Hopefully I'll see you guys at 10 o'clock, yeah? Wait, there's one more. Sharon, bye all. Shug says, that was bad weather. Bad weather, dose of make you slip. What's that? Slip. Bye all. All right. Laters.